Hello, welcome back to Dry Creek Beekeeping. So today, pretty much what I'm going to do is take a look at the Beta Hive. If the changes that I made to prevent swarming didn't work, then I'm going to be splitting the Beta Hive again. This time, a little bit differently. Because if you may remember, 5 weeks ago, I split the Beta Hive in an attempt to stop swarming, but I didn't do it right. And this time I'm going to do it right in the hopes that I can finally stop that swarming issue. So, without any further ado, let's get on with the video. The Beta Hive has been causing me issues for the past almost month and a half now, I think, where it's kind of just been in a constant state of wanting to swarm. They just haven't been growing because of that. So this is the honey super here. And I actually sectioned off the honey super from the rest of the hive. And this is empty. There are a couple bees left. But I'm going to take this off and I'm actually going to leave it off. Because, well, there's no good reason to have it on. And this here is the type of bee excluder that I put on. It's kind of a fancy one. It's got this triangle shape here, and the bees can only go one way, and that way is out. If they try going this way, they won't like it as much. They can, but they probably won't. So it's really convenient. All right, and here is the actual hive itself. The ideal here is that they gave up on that idea of swarming and there are no queen cells, but on first impressions here, that doesn't exactly look like the case. All right, so this is just a heavy frame of stores, and it is just beautiful. If I do split this hive, that is definitely going into the new hive. And they haven't grown out onto any of these frames that I've checkerboarded. I checkerboarded them last time, and they haven't done anything with them. Alright, so I found the queen cells, but there are only 2 in this hive, right there. And they don't got anything in them, which is strange. Because in my past inspections, there's always been mostly done queen cells. I'm not seeing any queen cells, but this hive still seems to be in a swarming state since they've done no progress on any of these frames that I put in here. I think I'm gonna just split them anyway, just to be safe, because they still do have those queen cells in there, even though I removed all of them last week, so they are building them. I'll split them using a different method and we'll go from there. So right here is the Beta Hive, and right over here is the split that I'm gonna be moving them to. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put 2 frames of stores and 1 frame of brood into that hive over there. And I am also going to be moving the old queen from this hive to that one. And then this hive will undergo a swarming-like event. And that should take care of the swarming issue for the rest of the season. That's the hope anyway. I think the hardest part about this process is going to be actually finding the queen, because in a big hive like this, she's just going to be very tricky to find. So far, I haven't even seen any eggs in this hive yet. That's kind of odd. Alright, so I just went through this entire hive, and I didn't find a single frame that had larvae or eggs on it. The only thing that shows signs that there might be a queen is the brood. And even then, it's all like mature brood. It's not like it's fresh by any means. I genuinely think, and correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, I think they just killed the queen. And now this hive has no way to recover. I'm gonna have to get a frame or 2 that actually has eggs on it, and I'm gonna have to put it in this hive in order to save it. And this is completely my fault. I know it's my fault. I just kept putting off them wanting to swarm, and I think they finally just took actions into their own hands and killed her because they didn't want that queen. Alright, so I'm gonna go look at my other hives, and I'm going to take a frame of eggs from those hives, and I'm gonna put it in this hive, I guess. This really sets me back to square one with this hive, unfortunately, but it's what I gotta do. Alright, so now we're gonna be looking at the alpha hive here. This hive should have more than enough eggs and brood. If you've ever seen a video on this hive, then you'll know that they just love to make brood and eggs. So yeah, this hive, I can see that it has larvae in it, like right there. I don't know if this is gonna pick it up, but it's in there. Here we go. This is the frame that I was looking for. There ain't much brood on it, but there's tons of larvae and eggs down in there. Now I just have to make sure the queen isn't on this frame, and I will put it into the beta hive. Alright, well this is going to be the perfect frame to put in this hive because it already has queen cells on it. This is going to be the frame, the second frame actually, that I put into this hive. And hopefully they will take those queen cells and they'll do stuff with them and make a new queen. Because otherwise this hive is quite frankly done for if this plan fails. With this plan, I'm not actually winging it. I've done this before with my hives. I've had issues like this in the past where the queen dies unexpectedly, and this is the thing that I've done in order to fix that issue. So it's not like I'm just making up stuff on the go. I know what I'm doing, which that's fairly rare, but you know. Don't worry, I haven't forgot about this hive split. I am going to be making a hive split out of this, and here's the frame that's going to do that. So now technically this hive right here is going to be a split of both the beta and the delta hive. So a little combination, just because I had extra frames to spare. Alright, so this hive, if it survives, will be the Eta Hive. And if it survives, this will also be my 6th hive. But that was a lot of beekeeping for one day, so I think I'm done. My initial goal here was to take a look at the beta hive and then split it by taking the old queen out and putting her in a new split. However, it appears they have killed the queen in the beta hive because I saw no queen, there were no eggs and no larvae, there was only brood, which I expect was reaching the end of its brood cycle by now. So what I had to do then was take 2 frames of eggs and larvae from the alpha hive and move them to the beta hive in the hope that they will take those eggs and make queen cells out of them, make a new queen, so that this hive doesn't die. It was at that point in the video that my camera died. So I'm probably not going to get any honey from these hives this year. I might get some from the alpha hive, but I really don't expect anything from the beta hive at this point, which really sucks because that means I'm going to have a huge profit loss just because of a stupid mistake that I made. In better news, I was able to make a hive split today from some extra frames that I had from the alpha hive, the beta hive, and the delta hive. So in the coming weeks here, probably about 4 weeks, I will be checking on this hive again, and if it survives, then this new hive split will be the Eta Hive. Anyways, that's the end of this video. Thank you for watching all the way to the end, and if you did enjoy, please make sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment, and I'll see you guys in the next video. bye.